Hey, Dr. UMAR, how's it going?
How you doing, Mason? Where's your face at? I know you're a Caucasian gentleman. That's fine, but you don't want to show your face.
I'm in the dark. Give me 1 minute.
No problem.
I am Caucasian,
Yes,
yes.
sir. What's on your mind?
But I want to hear from your perspective.
Yes, sir.
What I just have. It was just on. As an unknowing white gentleman, how would you describe Pan-Africanism?
I would describe Pan-Africanism as a global movement by African people that seeks to achieve solidarity, unity, and independence for all African people. So
Okay.
our goal is for us as a race of people to operate together as a single unit and to do so independently beyond the control of any other group.
Okay. It's just, there's a lot of mixed messaging out there in today's age.
We do not teach hate. We do not teach bigotry. We do not teach racism. When people see the red, black, and green flag, Mason, they often assume that we teach hate. And a lot of that comes from the distorted comparison that's made between white power and black power, right? So when a white person hears black power, they assume it's the black version of white power. So for example, white power has been genocide. White power has been slavery. White power has been eugenics. White power has been police brutality. White power has been bias and discrimination. You know, white power is mass incarceration and community subjugation. White power is COINTELPRO, right? So when they hear black power, they assume black power must be the same thing painted black. That's not true. Black power means black self-determination, black self-respect, black independence. No part of black power or Pan-Africanism preaches, teaches, or encourages harm against innocent people of other races.
All right. That's all. It's the only question I had. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem,
Peace.
man. Take care, bro. All right now. We got a lot of young people stepping up. You know what I mean? I appreciated him for being honest like that. I appreciated him for coming on and asking an honest question. I can appreciate that. Lovely Mimi going once. Lovely Mimi going twice.
OMG, I am such a huge fan.
Where you at, sweetie? I can't even see you. Where you at?
This is me.
Oh
my God, I look rough.
Fine. You look good.
I just got off of work.
You look fine, lovely. Get back on the stop being here. Show that black girl.
Let me set myself up. Okay, y'all. This is me.
I see. Where you at in the world?
I live in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay, Milwaukee. Okay.
Yeah.
I was in Milwaukee.
When were you in Milwaukee?
Wait a minute. No, I was on a Milwaukee teleconference. And then I spoke in Milwaukee maybe 5 years ago. It's been a while. I got to get back to Milwaukee. I ain't spoken Milwaukee in like 6 years. But I was on a Milwaukee teleconference not too long ago.
6 years. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have seen that.
What's going on in Milwaukee? How the family
Milwaukee, it's crazy right now.
Why? What's up?
Okay. Well, you already know Milwaukee is one of the most segregated.
No, I spoke in Milwaukee on August the 21st of 2021. I was at the Jacob Blake rally in Kenosha.
Yes.
Memorial of his shooting.
Yeah.
And then that night, which is my birthday, August 21st.
Are you serious?
August 21st, 2021.
Wow.
Like last year.
Man, I missed that.
So what's going on in Milwaukee? What can I come?
What's happening? We've been the most segregated city for a minute.
Okay.
We got
so
like
all blacks on one side, all the whites on another side.
It's so segregated. So segregated. We got all the different races got their own spots, own gangs. It's terrible. We have a new thing called Kia Boys.
Okay, what's the Chia Boys?
So the Kia Boys, they like take everybody's car and just like tear it up. Like so many people. And it's terrible. Our city's hurting really badly.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I need a school out there. I need to get one of them schools so
We
I can know
yeah.
Frederick Douglass
because
Martin's going.
because if you know anything about Milwaukee public schools, they
Uh-huh.
are primarily just for the whites. And when I started to integrate these schools, that's when the suburbs started to form, and
Right.
that's when they decided that they're gonna put up all this funding because NPS used to be amazing. NPS used to be one of the greatest school systems in Wisconsin.
Are
And
you a product of MPS?
no,
You
no.
went to private school.
I went to a school in the suburbs. I go to Whitnall School. It's right outside of
Okay.
Milwaukee.
Okay.
And Pius, which is a Catholic school.
Got you.
But
Got
the reason that I know all of this is because my father, a black man, was my father was a black man who was
Listen to the schools in the chat. You keep talking.
Milwaukee County supervisor.
Ah, your father was the Milwaukee County supervisor.
Was
Oh,
big.
man. Ah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so I've been around politics my whole life, so I don't know. But
I'm gonna put you on the spot, and I know you can handle it. I'm gonna put you on the spot, but I know you can handle it.
yeah.
Daddy black, mama white, right?
Yes, Dr. UMAR.
Okay. So that means you still one of us. In my book, you still one of us.
Yes, thank
Okay?
you. A lot of
So,
people I see it in the comments a lot. A lot of people try to discredit me, but
you can't let that get to you. You have to know who you are. You feel me?
and
You don't let nobody else define you. You got to walk in the room and you got to claim it. You understand me? You don't go looking for approval. You walk in there and you let them know.
yes.
It's like you. If you ain't cool with that, I'll keep my distance, but you respect me as a black woman. It's up to you to make that clear.
Yes. And it's like I will, as a light-skinned individual, I will never understand what it means to be a dark-skinned woman, and I will never have to go through some of the experiences that they have went through. But is that I can use it, and
Right.
I can try to, because people will, somebody darker than me could say the same thing, but if I say it, I can get my message across, and I just want to help my community because it's hurting so bad in Milwaukee.
I feel you. I feel you. Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
What is a stereotype about a mixed race black sister such as yourself that you want to dispel on here right now? What is something that we often assume about mixed race sisters that is not true? Give me a stereotype that you want to explode right now. People often assume about you because your mother's white, your father's black. What do they assume? That's not true.
That's a good one because I don't know. I feel like none of it is really comparable. Like the stuff is never like a stereotype. It doesn't really bother me.
You think you better than black people who are not mixed. That's one stereotype.
That's one for sure. That I'm not really in tune with myself. That I try to like I have like a facade. Which is so true though. It's so true. Like code switching, like it depends on who I'm around. I feel like I have to be a type of way, but it will never be anything compared to what somebody darker than me would have to go through.
Okay. And now let me ask you on the other side. How is your experience with white people? Is it any better? Because I think sometimes we assume that the light-skinned blacks or the mixed race blacks have it easier amongst white people. Is that necessarily true? Do you still experience racism? Oh,
when I tell you, I have had people tell me that we should go back to the slaves days and I should be picking cotton. Like, I still go through those same experiences, but it's not to that extreme, and I do get it off easier, way more.
Okay.
One thing that I did learn is when I went to my predominantly white predominantly white school, I was treated like I had to be held to a certain standard that other people didn't have to. I constantly compete for respect, and I still have to constantly compete for my respect. But what I did notice is when I went to a school that was more diverse, had more Black people, then like I was let off the hook. Then it's, you know, I can you know, do some things that they wouldn't be able to get away with, or we would do the same things, but they would get a harsher punishment, and I would get let off with a slap on the hand, and that's not fair.
Well, that's not fair. My last question for you, and thank you for being so honest, because I think you're educating a lot of people with this, Princess. Your mother being a white woman, do you sometimes have trouble helping her understand what it's like to be a Black woman? Like, does she sometimes not get it, and why do you think?
For sure, 100%. My mom is a very interesting person, because she used to be a police officer. Then she was like, nope, this is not for me. And then she went to work at a nonprofit to try to get to the root of the problem. And she became a mentor for underprivileged youth in the inner city of Milwaukee. But she will never have my experiences. She will never be able to fully relate to what I'm going through. And sometimes I go like, Mom, you can't say that. Mom, you can't do that. Mom, you don't. Like, kids used to tell me that I had dog hair. And she was like, don't let it get to you. But like, Mom, like, how can I not let it get to me? It's everybody, and everybody's laughing. Like, Mom, you don't get it.
Powerful, powerful. Thank you for that, Princess. Good information.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm going to see you in Milwaukee soon.
Yes, please come back.
Definitely, definitely. All right, gorgeous. Take care now.
Bye.
All right. I want to say this before I bring the next person up. I want to say this because it's very important. And I want y'all to hear me. I want everybody to hear me now. I'm very serious. Some of you made some very derogatory comments towards that princess. Okay? I don't know her age, but I'm pretty sure she's in her early 20s. And the fact that grown Black folks would try to demean, disrespect, or embarrass her during a live conversation with me, I find that very distasteful. Very distasteful. Because she's a child. And we need to be careful. And I want everybody to know something. When you come to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, I want you to know this. We are a Pan-African institution. The first school in the history of this country built by the African diaspora. Let me say that again. The first school in the history of this country built by the African diaspora. Let me say it one more time. FDMG is the first school in the history of this country built by the diaspora. That means Black people from every country, every continent, every culture, every community. They helped us buy that school. They helped us renovate that school. They helped us operate that school. That was a child. Show a little bit of African dignity. Have a little bit of Black integrity about yourself. Because when you show up at the FDMG, if you disrespect a single mixed race person, I want y'all to notice. If you disrespect a single one of my mixed race brothers or sisters, you will be banned for the rest of your life. I want to be clear about that. I want to be absolutely clear. Mixed race, as far as I'm concerned, is all Black and no different than the rest of us, as long as they choose to identify as Black people full time. If they identify as Black full time, I'm going to accept them and treat them as Black full time. And if you do not like that, do not show up at the school, because FDMG will not be a revolving door. If I have to excuse you from that campus, you will be excused for life. I thought that was very wrong, the way that y'all treated her. And to Black men, let me expose your hypocrisy real quick. to black men. Let me expose your hypocrisy real quick. I'm trying to understand how some of my brothers can insult mixed race black women and then turn around and they the main women you are chasing down. Help me understand that. I'm trying to understand how black men can insult a mixed race black woman, and the first woman you go sniffing under and chasing under and thirsting after and trying to turn into a wife and a baby mom is the same mixed race black woman you just got finished insulting. I wish y'all make up your mind. I wish you Negroes make up your mind. You got nothing but jokes for mixed race people, and they the first ones you want to date, the first ones you want to marry, the first ones you want to sleep with. Let me go to the next person. Who pulling up next? What's going on, beautiful?
Hi, how you doing?
I can't complain. How's everything?
It's all right, you know.
Did you see the new Whitney Houston movie?
No.
You got to go see the Whitney Houston movie.
It's
real.
in the theater?
Yeah, it's out. Me and my mom went the other day. It was pretty good, though.
Yeah, okay. I have to check it out.
I didn't know her father was stealing her money.
Well,
Yeah, Whitney kind of
surprised me. I feel like that happens sometimes to, you know, people when they getting money and they go into the wrong hands.
What's a New Year's resolution that we need to make, black folks, all of us, Sophie? Give me what's a New Year's resolution? What's something we need to strive for as a people?
I feel like we all need to come together, like, and we need to support each other. Like, there's communities, there's Chinatown, and even like closer, like Norristown has a lot of Mexicans, like, and that's close to Philly, and so they all support each other. Like, they popping up with they corner stores and stuff, and that's where they go. Like, they they got a laundromat, they all at that laundromat. If they got a store, and that's where they go. So I just feel like we need to open up our own corner stores. We need to open up our own laundromats, and everybody should patronize those places.
Wow. That's a good point. So you said we got to take that unity to another level.
Yeah, because that's what they do. They support their own. They're not going out and supporting others.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to put you on the spot. With black women, what do you think is the main issue as far as the sisterhood getting closer with each other, the sisters? What's a New Year's resolution for the sisters?
I feel like the sisters, they just need to come together and just not be in competition so much, because I feel like we're in competition too much. Like, in my own personal experiences, if I'm doing something, I've had somebody say, oh, like, well, why are you doing that? Questioning me. And then when I tell them what I'm doing, it's like, oh, like, it's kind of like shade a little bit. And then later they're like, oh, how did you do that?
I feel you. A little bit too much competition. Wow. I can feel you on that. So we're going to see you at the grand opening.
You know I'll be there. I told you I'm trying to be the reading teacher.
Oh, that's right. But did you send your resume in?
I send it.
Okay. You sent it or you sending it?
Oh, I send it.
All right, whatever. You ain't send it. Send it. Send the resume.
No, I didn't send it, but I will.
All right. I'm looking for it.
It'll be there. Send your...
Say that again.
I said send your resume.
Cut it out. Bye, Sophie.
Bye.
Bye. All right. That's my good friend, Sister Sophie. Yes, she's black. Goodness gracious. Who we got next? I couldn't show y'all some of the people in my family. My goodness, y'all really think they not black. You know how many light-skinned, super light brights I got in my family? Ramses, what's going on, bro?
It's going good. I just want to ask you something, man. Well,
no
not
problem.
even ask you.
Where you at?
I'm in Atlanta right now. Well,
ATL.
Metro type thing.
Sir. Go right ahead.
Yeah. So, first of all, I'll just say I'm Nicaraguan and Puerto Rican.
Yes, sir.
And I just want to say thank you so much for spreading the message to young people.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Myself saying, you know, what it is to be black, and messages about being Pan-Africanism and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
it's really helped me a lot to, because as a, you say not to say it, but as like a mixed person, you can't really say you're mixed. You gotta choose one side or the other. And that helped me so much, like, because I just be telling all my black friends, like, the stuff about Pan-Africanism and, like, Garveyism. I got into that so much recently.
Yes, sir.
And, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, those are all my heroes. They've been my heroes for years now, but I've been watching you for about a year. I'm subscribed to all your stuff. And I just really appreciate the message and, Black Power type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you. There's a brother by the name of Arthur Schomburg. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
I want you to research him.
Okay.
Arthuro, Arthuro Schomburg, Schomburg. He was an African Puerto Rican, very close friend with Marcus Garvey. And he founded the largest collection of African documentation in the world. And it's in New York City. And it's known as the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Life. You have to visit it. It's part of the New York City public library system.
I used to live.
You used to live in New York?
Yeah, I used to live in Brooklyn. I moved to Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to check him out. Arthur Schomburg, Puerto Rican African, identified with his African roots, and he was one of the first black men to systemically study our history. He was one of the first ones to do it. And he was doing it before Carter G. Woodson. But Carter G. Woodson got named Father of Black History because he had a PhD from Harvard. So since he went to Harvard, he was given that title. But Arthur Schomburg was studying Black history before Carter G. Woodson, and he used to write for Marcus Garvey's Negro World newspaper. So you want to check him. Arthur Schomburg, major African Puerto Rican, major.
Got you. And one more thing. I went to I'm on vacation right now, and like the last day of school, we have a ROTC guy, like the major. I went in there because I had like a bunch of free time, and he's black. And he asked me, "Would you ever join ROTC?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't really align with the ideals of being of America and stuff like that." Even though I could do it, like I was like, "Nah, I can't do it because it's military and like stuff like that. I want to be like a revolutionary."
Yes,
and
sir.
I want to start my own institutions like you. I feel like a lot of young people are really looking up to you. So I really hope that you just never stop, ever stop.
Never gonna stop. I'm doing it for y'all, bro. Never.
Got you. And I want to send my kids to your school, like, you know what I'm saying? No snow bunnies. No snow bunnies.
No snow bunnies.
Yes, sir.
Taking no babies until you out of school and you got your wife too, all right?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, bro.
All right.
Nice
Peace.
talking to you, man. Stay in touch. All
Stay
right,
safe, UMAR.
Yes, sir. All right, God. He was cool. Wow, so many young people. FDMG grand opening gonna be off the hook. FDMG grand opening gonna be off the hook. Remember, you have until 11:59 p.m. on December the 31st. You have until 11:59 p.m. December the 31st. You have until 11:59 p.m. December the 31st to make your donation if you plan on coming to the grand opening. Food, music, fellowship, games, networking. We bought the block. We own the block. First school in American history built by the African diaspora. Any amount, evolving meaty. Don't give me no $1, sister. How much did you spend on Christmas? I'm demanding that your FDMG donation is 10% of your Christmas bill. Whatever you spent on Christmas, we are demanding 10% of your Christmas bill. Anka Kimba, the grand opening, we're hoping will be the last Saturday in February. We're hoping the grand opening will be